All right, hopefully every one of you guys had a good 4th of July. So today, well, at the time of the workout, it was Monday. So let's see. 4th of July was Saturday, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. So hopefully y'all had some good time off and you guys are now back in training and back to the grind of things, whatever you guys are training for. And so that kind of leads me to my thought of the day, which is what are you guys training for? Are you guys training to perform better, to be a better athlete, to to look better, aesthetics, wise, or are you guys just training because this is your therapy session? And so, I'm always curious about why people train or do the things that they do. Like, personally for me, and I've said this before, but I train for three main reasons. So first, and this is of no particular order of importance. It's just three reasons why I train or strength train. So the first one is just aesthetics. I've always wanted to look bigger, always wanted to look stronger. I was always kind of like that small kid growing up, and I kind of had a self confidence issue about that. So, you know, when I could and I was able to afford to go to the gym, that's the first thing I signed up. So I think I signed up for the gym when I was like 17 or 18, and I never looked back since. The second reason is general health and general strength. I think I've always wanted to be a strong person. Kind of tying back to my first reason, I was never that strong either. So I was always small and weak. And so, of course, you want the things that you don't have. And this is why, you know, powerlifting was such a big interest of mine at the time when I was growing up, because you see guys putting up massive amounts of weight. You know, you had guys benching 300, squatting 500, deadlifting 700, and to me that was impressive. And of course, whether or not they are on gear is a different matter, but strong is strong, right? So I've always wanted to be a stronger person. So that was my second reason. And my third reason is performance, right? And this is more of a recent thing where, jiu-jitsu is a very important hobby of mine, and I've always wanted to train for it, be stronger for the mat, be more resilient and durable so I don't get injured as much. And those are my top three reasons. And of course, I'm sure maybe, all of them have a strong overlap with each other, right? Like, you can't be strong without getting bigger. I mean, yes, you can get more neuromuscular efficient, but for the general, stronger is bigger and bigger is stronger. I don't know which one comes first, but they're very overlapped with each other. And, as I've gotten older throughout the years, I realized how important strength is. It's when you're younger, you can really bounce back from a lot of different things that life throws at you. And what would take me a short time to recover now takes me a little bit longer. Like, I'm not that old, but it does take me a bit of time to get through some injuries or aches and pains. But I would say that if I didn't work out and started when I did, I probably would have been in a much different shape as I am now. Because I see plenty of guys that are my age that are just, like, they're not weak, but they're not fit. Like, they're behind. Physically, they're just behind, and athleticism is no longer there for them. So, those are my three big reasons. And I mean, I guess therapy could be my fourth reason. Like, I do like the gym, but I guess if you had asked me that 10 years ago, I would have listed that as a reason, considering that now I don't. Like, if I could effectively be in the gym, strength training only twice a week, I think I would. So, I mean, that's a different thought of the day. But so hopefully, kind of curious what you guys train for. So if you can leave it in the comments below, that'll be appreciated. But Best of luck to you guys all. See you on the next one.